Hello, this is Reverend Guckenberger. If I remember correctly, the Indian teacher Satya Sai Baba said, and forgive me if I'm misquoting, but I believe he said, "My life is my message. My message is my life." One thing I've learned through teaching, through being a Christian, and from simply being an average Joe is that one of the best ways to teach is by doing, teaching by example. There are a lot of people who want to teach the gospel message, the gospel life, the Christian message, the Christian life. And I think oftentimes the best way to teach that message is by the example of our own lives. I'm not sure that words hold a lot of weight, one might say, if those words aren't backed by actions. The Epistle of James in the New Testament is a good place to look at what I mean, one might say. I believe it's in 2 James chapter 2, verse 26, a King James Version. "For as the body without the spirit is dead, so faith without works is dead also." End quote. It's important. If we want to be good people, or if we want to preach a message about being good, being upright, being righteous, being on the straight and narrow path, if we want to teach that, if we want to preach that, if we want to spread that message, it is essential that before we go on preaching, one might say, to first look inward, to first walk that path before we convey it to others. As Michael Jackson put it quite succinctly, to look at the man in the mirror. What are we doing? And I believe that we often teach so much more by our actions, by how we live our lives, than by words alone. Was it not Rabbi Yeshua, Master Jesus, who cited the Old Testament saying that man shall not live by words alone? It's not that words are meaningless, especially if they're backed by actions. However, that's an important aspect, right? To be backed by actions. To have that solid foundation. If you're going to build a house, if you don't have a solid foundation, is it going to stand? If you're going to build a brick wall, but you don't first dig a ditch and then put cement into it, or something like that, right? If you don't have some sort of solid foundation to build that brick wall upon, isn't the brick wall going to fall over, topple over, right? So it's not, I don't think it's wrong to use words to teach, to convey a message, to preach. But I do believe in the importance of guiding others by our own actions. If we're going to teach something, whether it's in the public school system, private school system, a seminary, or just guiding our fellow human beings, I think it's essential that we before we get too carried away with teaching, that we conduct ourselves in a way or in ways that benefit our teaching. Well, this has been the honorary Dr. Guckenberger, and I hope you return soon. Thank you. Thank you for listening. Thank you very much, friends. There are a number of ways by which you can support us. For example, you could buy one of our NFTs. You could also pay a donation to PayPal or to Bitcoin or by any other provided means.